What's up? What's up? How y'all doing tonight? How everybody doing tonight? Go ahead, join the stream. Join the stream, everybody. Let me just check out something here right now. I want to check out the YouTube dashboard, yo, where I can chat with y'all from the YouTube dashboard. Let's try something out tonight. I'm testing this, so y'all let me know how this works. Test this out, see what's going on with this tonight. Y'all let me know how that's working. How's everybody doing tonight? Thursday night, getting ready for the weekend. Lots of snow all over the place. Snowy here in New York City, NYC. Got a bunch of snow out there. It's slushy. It's nasty out here in NYC right now. We're going to get into it. I'm going to let y'all get up in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight? Don't forget, as soon as you hit the chat, as soon as you join, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. Let us know what you guys doing. We got Jason in the building. Jason, what's up, man? What's up, Six? Jason, what's up? Thanks for joining the stream. Man, we didn't see you last week, man, so thanks for coming back in. We got Jay Boogie in the building. Jay Boogie, what's up? Holla at me. How y'all doing tonight? I'm going to be in the chat tonight, too, y'all, so y'all look out for me in the chat. I'm going to be in the chat tonight, too. Let's talk about it, man. So, versus Swiss Beats, Timbaland. They announced the new verses. They announced the next verses. And the next verses is going to be D'Angelo versus Friends. We got JB in the building. JB, what's up? Thanks for joining the stream. Let me jump in the chat with y'all too, man. Let me jump up in the chat with y'all too, y'all. Let me jump up in the chat. Jump up in the chat with y'all too. I'm gonna jump in the chat today, see what's going on in the chat room. So yes, new versus matchup coming up next Sunday. I think it's next Sunday, whatever it is. I'm so upset. New versus matchup, D'Angelo versus Friends. You guys gotta hit the comments. Let me know what you guys think about a D'Angelo versus Friends. What does a D'Angelo versus Friends mean? D'Angelo is going to have his own catalog of songs that he's going to perform, and he's going to have people come in on another stream and play their songs, or we're going to have D'Angelo on his stream, and then they're going to be jumping to multiple streams with his friends around the country, or we're going to have D'Angelo on one stream and we're going to have a bunch of people in another room, one street. What does D'Angelo versus Friends mean? How are they going to pull this off? We already had a hard time with artists in the same room. They scratched that for now. They said they're going back to the old artists at their own venues. All right, so we're going back to artists at their own venues. Now we're going to do D'Angelo and Friends. And this, I believe, is going to be, is it at the Apollo? You guys hit the chat. Is this going to be at the Apollo? Because I know they used the Apollo. Let me go on here and just read this one more time. Hold up. Let me get this. Let me get this here. Hold on. Apollo, Saturday, February 27th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I know they used the Apollo banner to promote this. But somebody let me know in the chat, is this going to be at the Apollo, or they just used the picture of the Apollo to promote it? Let me go in the chat. Y'all, how you guys doing tonight? How everybody doing tonight? Let me know what y'all drinking tonight. Drop your comments. What do you think about the next upcoming versus D'Angelo versus Friends? We got Jason in the building. We got Jay Boogie in the building. We got JB in the building. Jason says, LOL at your caption. You're right, though. I like D'Angelo, but he doesn't have 20. And who are these friends? Listen. When I saw they announced this, I looked at it with the side eye. D'Angelo. Number one, I've been scouring the internet, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just on the internet. I could not honestly tell you that I heard somebody said they want to see D'Angelo in a versus. If I'm wrong, hit the comments. Let me know if you guys saw anybody talk about D'Angelo. Now, don't get me wrong. Back in the days, the females went crazy over D'Angelo. Don't get it twisted. D'Angelo had that persona where he had the 6-pack or the 12-pack, whatever it is. He had that body, and he had women going crazy. Don't get it twisted. D'Angelo was that guy. All right, he had that album where he had his way. D'Angelo was that guy at the time. However, like Jason just says, does he have 20 hits? And is he that much of a figure where he has to go at friends? D'Angelo versus friends. This is not Justin Timberlake we're talking about here. This ain't Jay-Z. This ain't Nas. This ain't Eminem. This ain't Janet Jackson. This ain't Beyonce. D'Angelo versus friends. When did D'Angelo get so ill that he has to go against friends? You know what? You know what, y'all? Maybe I'm reading too much into this. Maybe I'm just going off the deep end. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. You guys hit the comments. Let me know. You guys hit the comments. Let me know if I'm going too far. Maybe I'm thinking too much about this. D'Angelo versus friends. Maybe I'm just blowing this out of proportion. You guys hit the comments. I'm going to go back to the comments again. Diamond Onyx is here. Diamond Onyx, thank you for joining the stream. We appreciate you. Diamond says, hype meter at 1,000. Many cameos coming through. So you see what I'm saying? Chat. Diamond Onyx didn't say her hype meter is 10. She didn't say her hype meter is 100. She said her hype meter is at 1,000. Why is her hype meter at 1,000? Is it for D'Angelo's catalog? Listen, D'Angelo was a big artist at a time in his career. He had some classic songs. But just like how Lil' Kim used her rhymes and her sexual persona, and she sold that as a package, D'Angelo sold that as a package as well. So I can't tell you D'Angelo was one of the greatest R&B singers of all time, or D'Angelo was one of the most sex-potent artists of all time. D'Angelo was great at putting his music and his body into one and selling albums. Say what you like, but it's true. But does he have the catalog to go against friends? You guys hit the comment section. We're also going to talk tonight about Boosie's comments about Laurie London and Michael B. Jordan. We tackled this some weeks ago. We tackled when Michael B. Jordan was first seen out with Laurie London. We went over this some weeks ago, y'all. We talked about this, but it's back in the news again. Boosie is making some comments about that. We're gonna get into that today too. So let's hit the chat. The chat is going crazy. Let's hit the chat. Diamond Onyx says her hype meter is on 1,000%. She says many cameos are coming through. Jay Boogie says this gonna suck. Ooh. Jay is hitting below the belt. All right. Diamond Onyx says, Chad, what's good? Let me go smash the button. Hit that like button, yo. Jason says yes at the Apollo. Okay. All right. So if this is going to be at the Apollo, right? Not even 2 verses ago, the last verses, when Ashanti and Keisha Cole was announced, they said they were going back to artists being at their own locations. So only 1 verses we had, and now y'all going back to another location. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. If you guys can pull it off at the Apollo, I'm not mad at it at all. I don't think you're going to have fans there. Busta Rhymes recently did a show at the Apollo late last year. Busta Rhymes, when his album came out, ELF Part 2, him and Splitsaw and his DJ, they did a show at the Apollo. There wasn't any fans there, but he did a show and it was televised. I think I watched it on YouTube Live. I watched it live on YouTube. So Busta Rhymes did do a show at the Apollo. So I'm guessing they're going to set the stage up and have the artists, whoever artists are going to be there. I just hope they don't have any fans there. You know, let's keep COVID down. But okay, so Jason says it's going to be at the Apollo. Okay. Um, Jason said they kept asking for D'Angelo versus Maxwell. Wow, I missed that. I missed that. D'Angelo versus Maxwell. That would have been a nice. That would have been a nice versus. Maxwell had a good run too. I don't know if he has 20 hits, but Maxwell had a pretty good run as well. So, okay, so Jason is saying D'Angelo versus Maxwell is what the people were asking for. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I can't get mad at that. Jay Boogie says, hi to Diamond. Diamond I said, I saw a snippet about this. D'Angelo is a crooner in music. So, Angie and Erica should come through and sing. Okay. Okay, so I see what you guys say. So you guys saying that Diamond is saying with the D'Angelo, the friends could be artists like Erica Badu and Angie. Okay. Okay, but if we're gonna do that, Erica Badu is a star in her own. She could do her own verses. Why does she have to be compiled in Friends? D'Angelo versus Friends. If we're gonna do Maxwell's gonna come through, if Erica Badu's gonna come through, I think Erica Badu is a bigger star than D'Angelo. Don't kill me, y'all. Let me hit a few more comments before we go back into this. Diamond Onyx says, yes, he can hang with any 90s artist. He writes too. Okay, okay, so D'Angelo has, so he writes for other artists. Okay, all right. Jason says, Swiss says they're doing both live and on screen depending on the COVID circumstances. Yes, listen, Swizz. Listen, Timberland. And to all you artists out there that's doing shows, I'm seeing a lot of artists back on the road doing shows with full capacity fans out there. Look, I know you guys need your money. I need my money, right? I know you artists, I know you guys miss those big checks from doing tours, doing shows all over the place, doing multiple shows per month, multiple shows per year. I know you guys are missing that money. But there has to be a time when you put the money on the back burner and think of the people first. There's no reason you guys can't do a show like Busta Rhymes did at Apollo. You set up the stage, just you and your DJ. You guys have so many, you have YouTube you can go live on. You have Instagram you can go live on. You got Facebook you can go live on. You can even go live on Apple TV. There are so many ways for you guys to do your shows and find a way to broadcast this live. Hell, sell online tickets. You can sell $5, $10 online tickets. I'll watch it. But when you guys start to keep packing up these shows, I'm totally against that. So I hope, I don't know, I gotta wait till the 27th. I hope they're not selling tickets for fans to be at the Apollo when they do this versus. Okay, so Jayla says, Diamond, what you mean? Diamond said, Dr. Dre and Omarion, ex-wife, had that dinner date last week, allegedly. Today is his birthday. Okay. Jay Bookie is happy to see Maxwell. Diamond Alex is saying snow, slushy out there. So listen, let's jump into the Boosie, y'all. So Boosie made some comments lately about Laurie London's body count and Michael B. Jordan being a simp, right? I want you guys to hit the chat. I want you guys to hit the chat. I'm gonna go back through. I'm gonna just go back through this a short list of people that Laurie London has been with lately, right? So, like you said, like Boosie said, she recently been with Trey Songz, Future, Lewis Hamilton, Abu Tam, Puff Daddy, Puff Daddy's son, Justin, and now she's with Michael B. Jordan. Chat. Do you guys have Lori Harvey? Sorry, my bad. Lori Harvey. Thank you very much, Jason. Chat. Do you have a problem with a woman having multiple men in a short year span? Lori Harvey. My bad. Why am I saying Lori London? Lori Harvey. What do you guys think about? I don't want to say industry female, but the thing that I think about sometimes is Michael B. Jordan is a very attractive. He's an attractive young man. I remember seeing Michael B. Jordan in The Wire when I watched The Wire back in the days. And at that time, I didn't know who he was. He was a nice up and coming actor. I liked his acting. I was mad they killed him off on The Wire, and I was tight. But I've seen him grow as an actor, and after he did um, Avengers and stuff like that. After he did that, and he did the Black Panther movie, his stock is like he is one of the top actors right now. Like Michael B. Jordan is one of those guys that he can get almost any part he wants right now. He's at the point in his career where he can turn down any part he wants because he is highly sought after. Okay? And I'm pretty sure Michael B. Jordan can walk anywhere and get any woman. I'm not saying he can. I'm just saying. A man of that stature, women are going to be after you. If you're in the industry, right, and you've seen, you have to know this stuff. The woman that you're pursuing, the woman that you have your eyes on, you know that just recently she was with this artist. You know, as soon as she left that artist, she bounced to this other R&B artist. She bounced to this R&B mogul. She bounced to this. Do. Is this something that artists love doing? They love having other successful celebrities? Again, we asked this before. Why don't artists get or find people that are not out there? Their faces are not out there. Why do artists like to have artists? Why do successful people like to have other successful people that are in the industry? You guys hit the chat. Let me know what you guys think. JB is also correcting me. Lori Harvey, my bad, yo. My bad, Lori Harvey, my bad. I don't know why I say Lori London. My bad, yo. Um, so Diamond Eye says Lori London is a known thug. My bad, yo. My bad. Sorry. Lori London. My bad. Jason said Diamond Onyx is not Lori London. It's Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey. That's right. Eros 420. Eros 420. Thank you for joining the stream. Eros 420 has a comment. Says Lori is just like the rich black man's daughter. Before her, who were industry pass-arounds until they got it out their system. Hmm. Hmm. There was something that Boosie said, and I'm going to quote Boosie here. This is not my words, yo. Something that Boosie said. This is what Boosie said. Boosie says, and I quote, somebody asked him about that. He says, "You want your daughter to F 7, 8 men." This is just one of Boosie quotes. And let me hit the comment before I comment again. So again, I'm going to read Eros' comment. Lori is just like the rich black man's daughter before her, who were industry pass-arounds until they got it out their system. Is it out her system now that she's with Michael B. Jordan? And listen, no disrespect to Michael B. Jordan. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I don't know Lori Harvey too well. I don't follow her like that. I just know, she's a stepdaughter of uh, Harvey himself. But big shout out to Michael B. Jordan. If you're in love, you're in love. I just want to know why you guys don't just get women that are not in the industry. If Michael B. Jordan walks into an industry party with Lori on his arm, and Puff Daddy, Justin is there, Trey Songz, and all these guys are at that same party. How does a man feel? How does a man feel knowing that your woman has sexually been with those other men? Hit the comments, guys. Fellas, hit the comments. You have your lady. You have your lady. You have your lady on your arm. You wearing your best. Wearing your best. You're looking good. Nice suit on. She got on something looking good. She looking amazing. You got her on your arm. You hit the big industry New Year's party. New Year's industry party. You hit it. And as soon as you walk up in that industry party, you see Puffy. You see Justin. You see Trey. All the 5 men that she's just been with, her 5 last boyfriends are all up in there. Fellas, how do you feel? Hit the comments. I want to know what you guys thinking. Diamond says, wait, I'm a C, JC. Are there 2 different ladies? Wait, yeah, Lauren dated, well, yes, Diamond. I got it wrong. It is Harvey. Eros says, Quincy Jones' daughter and Mel Simpson used to be pass-arounds as well. I did hear about that also. There are a lot of stories going on around Quincy Jones's daughter as well. Diamond Onyx says, Eros, well put. Diamond Onyx says, video vexen, well, some are now called thoughts. All right. Today we're talking about versus matchup. What does D'Angelo versus Friends mean? I want y'all to tell me, what does D'Angelo versus Friends mean? I don't know who asked for this versus. I know Jason said some people asked for them versus Maxwell. I don't know, man. I think versus is dropping the ball. I'm gonna read a comment from one of our subscribers, right? Gustavo Bruno Christian. This is the comment from Gustavo. He dropped a comment on our communities. Gustavo says, versus gotta go back to hip hop. And that hit me, yo. When Gustavo put that post there, that hit me. Like, I really enjoy the hip hop verses. I do. I like the R&B verses. Don't get me wrong. I like the Ashanti versus Kika Cole. I like the Brandy versus Monica. I like the R&B stuff. But I gotta say, man, I really liked it. I really love the hip hop stuff, man. E40 and Too Short was amazing. Jadakiss and Fab was amazing. DMX and Snoop Dogg was amazing. Do you guys prefer the hip hop verses? Do you guys prefer the R&B verses? Hit the comment. I gotta say, man, I'm loving the hip hop verses, y'all. Let me jump in the chat with y'all, man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in the chat. I'm gonna go in the chat with y'all, man. I'm jumping in the chat with y'all right now. So yeah, let me know what you guys like better. Do you guys prefer the hip hop verses? Do you prefer the R&B verses? Do you think verses is dropping the ball? I think they dropped the ball on this one. I don't know if I'm gonna watch D'Angelo versus Friends. I'm being honest. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I really don't know if D'Angelo is going to have enough hits to go against friends. Who are the friends? I know it's a mystery for a reason. I get it. I get it. But is D'Angelo that big of an artist to go against friends? Yo, listen. This week, album of the week. It's only right. It's only right. Album of the week. It's only right, y'all. I know y'all saw the news. If you didn't see the news, Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, just went diamond. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album, it just hit diamond, y'all. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Shout out to a classic, one of the most amazing albums you will ever listen to. Lauryn Hill just went diamond, and that album is over 20 years old. I'm going to hit the chat one more time. Eros has a comment. Eros says, they all eventually marry some geek from Silicon Valley that their father approves of and has great stories for cocktail parties and other soccer moms about all the rappers she gave to. I'm gonna reply to that. And this is what I thought. I kind of thought that when I saw Michael B. Jordan and Lori together, because I didn't understand it. Like I said, listen, listen, love. If they're in love, they're in love. I'm not gonna question that. But when I saw the men that she previously worked with, all of these industry R&B industry guys that she worked with, and then I look at Michael B. Jordan, and I don't know the man personally, but I don't see him in the news like that. I don't see his name in the news like that. I don't see him in any kind of controversy, any drama. Everything I've ever read about Michael B. Jordan is nothing but good things. He's a great actor. He's doing his thing in the movie scene. So when I first saw the news of Lori and him, I kind of thought the same thing as Eros is saying. She's done with that type of men. She's, can I say, settling down, and she wants to have a different type of man to settle down with. So I'm going to read that comment one more time. I kind of felt that when this happened. Eros 420. They all eventually marry some geek from Silicon Valley that their father approves of and has great stories for cocktail parties and other soccer moms about the rappers. I slightly agree with that. Damanar said Boosie was on Vlad channel speaking about nonsense. Mamba, he got his son served by a hottie hooker. Okay, so what Damanar is saying, allegedly, Boosie did have his son, one of his younger sons. He had a young lady on his birthday give him, you know. Okay, but let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this. As a father, I think some fathers treat sons and daughters differently. If we go back in the days, right? We go back in the days. Women were put on a pedestal. Women were considered different than men. Like, even though men sleep with a bunch of women, men don't like seeing women sleep with a bunch of men. I know it's a double standard. I know it's a double standard. But when a man decides to wife a woman and marry a woman, there are certain things that he doesn't want to know that his woman went through. He doesn't want a woman that's going through certain things. Listen, you can look at all of these women that's on Instagram right now, on Twitter, that's wearing bikinis, that's showing their behind, that's showing their fronts, that's on their half naked. You can look at all the men that's liking that, commenting on it. But in reality, most of those men won't marry those women. So even though you see them liking it, you see them watching it, you see them clicking and saying yes, woo, hey, hitting up the DMs, the reality is not many of them are marrying these women. Yeah, they'll do certain things, but wifing them is a whole different angle. So you guys tell me how you feel, man. Boosie Boosie had another comment. Let me get a comment from Boosie. Boosie had another comment. So I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read something that Boosie said. All right. So Boosie said, this is quote from Boosie. He says, "I think we need to stop giving the woman the power with situations like this. Girls keep saying it's goals, but this is not a goal. We got to start giving the bachelors, the men who are running through a beautiful woman like this the credit. Who not who's not housing her. He's running through her. The last time I went to Diddy's house, him and Bo was together. Him and Lori was together. They dogs. I know Lori is a beautiful woman, but we gotta stop giving glory to the woman. What about the bachelors? She's not tied to none of them." And I want to hear what you guys got to say. I want to hear what you guys got to say about this. Let's go back to Diamond's comment before we move on. Where is Diamond's comment? Hold up. So again, Diamond says Boosie was on Vlad's channel speaking about nonsense. Remember, he got his son served by a hottie hood. Yes, yes, I remember that. Jailer said, "I hope that's water. Don't need you going crazy again." It's water, y'all. It's definitely water. Diamond says, "Turning over a new leaf on verses." Okay, all right. Diamond says, "It's time to evolve. So having a friend's cameo is super cool with me." Okay, all right. I get what Diamond is saying too. I get what Diamond is saying. If we're doing verses a certain way all the time, yes, sometimes you got to switch it up. I agree. I, I don't like this one, but I do agree with that comment. Sometimes you got to switch it up, keep it fresh. All right. So Jay Boogie says, "I'm an R&B head. I want the R&B verses." Okay, Jay. Okay. Jason says, "Hell yeah, hip hop verses definitely better. I like the R&B verses too, but not as much as the hip hop verses. I feel the same way." Eros 420 says D'Angelo versus Maxwell. I would. That sounds intriguing. I'm not mad at that. JB says hip hop versus better entertainment. Again, I agree, man. And I don't want to sound like I don't like the R&B verses. I like the R&B verses, y'all. I enjoy them, but I think I have more fun with the hip hop verses. I even love my number one verses is still the reggae verses with Beanie Man and Bounty Killer. So my number one verses is still the Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer. They changed verses forever with that live showing, and that one still sticks to me. The Jada Kiss Fabulous is my second most favorite. So we're gonna go back. JB says hip hop versus better, more entertaining. Diamond Onyx says so deserving. Jason says, "I think Swizz and Timberland doing more R&B because they said rappers more diva-ish, but not wanting to do verses or choose other people to do verses with." I call BS on that one, Jason. I call BS on that one. Swizz and Timberland, okay? They know what they do. Swizz and Timberland are two very intelligent young men, okay? What Swizz and Timberland are trying to do, they're looking at the numbers, okay? They're looking at the numbers from Instagram, YouTube, and Apple. Okay, they're looking at the numbers and seeing who is moving the most numbers. And as far as you can see, yes, the females are doing great numbers. All right, so they're looking at the numbers and they're trying to leverage this as okay, how are we going to stretch this out? All Swizz and Timberland is doing is stretching this out. Because like I said, I go on the internet all the time and I see artists talking about doing other verses with artists. Yes, there are some artists out there that are picking and choosing. Lil Kim, I'm looking at you. LL Cool J, I'm looking at you. But there's a lot of verses out there with artists that are asking for verses, and even if they don't get that person, they will still take somebody else. Hell, The Lock said they want to do a verses against somebody else. Rick Ross says he wants to do another verses. Okay, so I don't believe for one second that yes, there are some men that are probably saying, nah, I don't want to versus that person. But believe me, there are tons of male artists that are trying to do a versus right now. Bow Wow got shut down for doing a versus. And y'all sleep on Bow Wow. Bow Wow got a catalog and Bow Wow writes for people. So, okay, so don't put that on the men. All right. Lil Kim has been dodging Foxy Brown forever. All right. Missy Elliott is dodging who she dodging. Mary J. Blige says she don't want to do a verses. So there's a lot of females out there that's dipping and dodging that don't want to do a verses or don't think that the person that wants the verses. Listen, y'all. Swizz and Timberland know exactly what they're doing. They have a schedule already written out for maybe the whole year already filled out. All right. Just waiting for who they're gonna put in what slot. Here's another question I got for y'all. Why are we getting this after Valentine's Day? Why are we getting a versus between D'Angelo and friends after Valentine's Day? The 27th of February? What's the significance of that? Why they couldn't do that last week when everybody's home on a Sunday? Promotions didn't come through? Doritos didn't sign that contract? What, Ciroc is re-upping the contract? The contract didn't get re-up for Ciroc? Why they couldn't give us the verses last week? Why are we getting the verses on the 27th? Like, come on, man. But you know what, though? I can't complain. I gotta take it where I get it. I want to give y'all some Lauryn Hill numbers. I'm gonna give y'all some Lauryn Hill numbers. Again, Lauryn Hill album just went diamond. Sold over 10 million copies. There is only a few artists that has gone diamond. I'm gonna give y'all a few of the artists that has went diamond. Michael Jackson's Thriller album went diamond. That's a hell of an album. Thriller's a classic. You don't got Thriller, you better go pick up Thriller. Get a hard copy, download it. Thriller is a hell of an album. Michael Jackson's Thriller went diamond. Adele's 21 went diamond. Britney Spears' Baby One More Time went diamond. Eminem, the Marshall Mathers album went diamond. And Tupac, All Eyes on Me, double CD, went diamond. That's a very small list of albums. And this is physical copies. This is not downloadable sales, yo. This is not going on the internet and pressing a button and getting a sale. This is not hitting Tidal or Spotify and getting a view. No. This is physical copies. Okay? A lot of you artists out there that are talking about y'all selling millions, y'all getting billions a stream. It's not that hard to pick up your phone and press on a button and buy something, y'all. Listen. You think if an album was released in this snowstorm and people went out there and bought that album, you think that doesn't matter? You think when you have to get up in the morning on a Tuesday when an album gets released and you got to put on your clothes and go to Best Buy or go to Circuit City or go to Sam Goody, wherever you bought your CDs, you think that was easy? You think waiting outside a store before a store opened up back in the 90s to get a CD, to get your favorite artist CD, to pay $15 and $12 and $20, you think that was easy? You think it's easy to go diamond? You guys are selling your little songs here now and getting streams. That's easy. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Shout out to the Queen. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that natural beauty right there, y'all. Look at my girl Lauryn Hill, man. Shout out to Lauryn, man. Shout out to Diamond. Shout out to 10 million copies. Shout out to booklets when you can buy an album and you get the songs in there. Shout out to booklets. Look at the Queen, yo. Look at her. Look at her, man. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her, man. Look at that, yo. Look at Lauryn, man. Look at Lauryn. Look at Lauryn. Look at this, man. All black and white. Look at that. Boom. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Shout out to Going Diamond. Shout out to one of the first females to win, was it 5? Well, she had 5 Grammys, y'all? When she won this Grammy, was it 5 Grammys she won in that year? Let me go check it. Yo, hold up. I think she had 5 Grammys she won. I can't remember how much Grammys she won. I think it's 5 Grammys. Y'all hit the comments. Y'all gonna let me know. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Let's hit the chat one more time. Let's go back. Diamond said it's time to evolve. Diamond, I agree with that. Jay Boogie says, I'm an R&B head. I want the R&B verses. Jason says, hell yeah, hip-hop verses definitely better. I like the R&B verses too, but not as much as the hip-hop. Eros says, D'Angelo versus Maxwell. I'll watch that. JB says, hip-hop verses better. Jason said, I think Twiz and Timbaland doing more R&B because they said rappers more diva-ish, but not wanting to do verses or choosing other people to do. Jason says, Lauryn Hill, Diamond, Jersey stand up. Jersey stand up, man. Facts. 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 Shout out to Mary J. Blige, too. Jersey stand up. She shot in my hood in Newark, in every ghetto, every city. Hooterville and Ivy Hill. Shout out to Lauryn, man. Diamond Eye says, count number is how many? I think she's past. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Jason says it's Black History Month. They should have did a Black empowerment versus with politically charged conscious rap artists. Woo! That's an amazing idea. Wow. J. Rule the Damager. Bahamadia. Nas. Your boy Nas. That's a great idea. Black History Month, they should have did something like that. That is an amazing idea, Jason. Jason says it's Black History Month. They should have did a Black empowering verses with politically charged conscious rap artists. Yes. J. Cole. What's my man name from Compton? We could have had him. Ooh, that's a great idea. Eros 420 says no, the bodyguard for Diamond Records. I gotta check the bodyguard to see how much that sold. Eros, I didn't have the stats on me. Sarah's in the building. Sarah, thanks for joining the stream. Sarah says hi, Diamond. Diamond said Diamond count is number is how many? I believe 10 million records is Diamond. Sarah says, Jason, I like your idea. Yes, Jason, that's a good idea, man. I'm surprised nobody thought about that. I'm surprised nobody thought about that. Because there are a lot of conscious rappers out there. Okay, you still have Killer Mike. Killer Mike would have loved to be in something like this. You're looking at Nas. Nas would have loved to be in something like this. You got Heather B. I just heard something from Heather B. Who else you got, man? You got Latifah. Latifah is doing her new TV show, so she's still on the scene. I'm sure Latifah would have liked to be doing something like that. That is an amazing idea, man. I'm upset now. Nobody thought about that. That would have been a great versus. So if you're gonna go back to Sarah, Sarah said, Jason, I like that idea. Yep. Eros says Diamond is 10 or 15 million. I believe Diamond is 10 million. TBJ is in the building. TBJ, thanks for joining the stream. TBJ saying, do you think it's possible to go Diamond in today's generation, or do you think no one will go Diamond again? Listen, if we're counting going Diamond with digital sales, yes, you can do it. Because you have to remember, the two models of digital sales versus physical sales. Okay, back when back in the 90s when physical sales like really took off. In the 80s, rap was popular, but not globally popular like that. Rap was just not globally popular. In the 90s, late 90s is when rap really took off and people started really taking a heed to hip hop music. And then record sales soared in the late 90s, early 20s. Okay, so having to release your album, you have to have it distributed to different stores, distributed to different counties, distributed to different countries. So it was a lot of money in getting your album out to different venues. Remember, there was no internet. So the only way for you to get a physical copy of a CD back in the days, you had to get up out your house, you had to go to the store and purchase that album. Okay, that's a lot of things go into it. Whether you got to drive to the store, whether you got to walk to the store, whether you got to take a cab, whether you go to work, you get off work, whatever it is, you had to go somewhere and physically purchase a CD. Nowadays, everybody has one of these. Everybody, down to the 7, 6-year-old kids, have one of these in their hands. The first thing we do when we wake up in the morning, we pick this thing up. Okay, so when an album comes out now, let's say an album comes out on Friday or Tuesday, whatever the day the album comes out, all you have to do is tap on this. That's it. You can purchase the album. If you want to count streams, listen, I can tell you thousands of music I've streamed that I did not like, but they still got that stream. There are thousands of YouTube videos I can't take back that I watched, that I clicked on, I'm mad I clicked on it now, but they still have that stream for me clicking on it. So it's much easier to go diamond nowadays. Everybody won't. Everybody won't, because music nowadays, there's not a lot of effort and pride put into music anymore, like how music was made back in the days. Okay, a record label, when they got an artist under their record label back in the days, they used to work with the artist, nurture the artist, kind of train the artist to be an artist, how to sing, how to get your vocals, how to say your words, how to go in the studio and put songs together, how to produce, how to do a 16 bars. These are all things when you got into a record label, when you were trying to get on back in the days. If you were whack, you couldn't get on. Back in the day before artists started putting on their mans, if you was the main artist, if you were DMX and you were the main artist, and your mans who was rolling your weed for you tried to spit a 16, man, they would laugh him out of the room. If you weren't nice back then, you couldn't get on. So it's easier. It's easier now. Anyone can pick this up and put a song out. It's gonna sell. It's gonna get views. It's gonna get me. I'm gonna click on that video. I'm gonna click on that song and listen to it. But is it good? Is it gonna keep on selling 5, 10, 15, 20 years later? This album is 20 years old, and people are still buying the physical copy for this album. Imagine the digital sales this album has right now. Imagine right now if you go on Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, and you look at what this album is doing, digital listens. So going diamond nowadays, I believe it still can be done, but that was a big feat. It was a big feat to do that. Look at the albums that I just said went diamond. All Eyes on Me, that's a classic. Marshall Mathers LP, classic. Adele, I'm not a big Adele fan, but that Adele album, people were going berserk over that Adele album. Britney Spears was a mega star back in the days. And it's nothing else that can be said about Michael Jackson's Thriller. Like, listen, excuse me. Michael Jackson got hits upon hits upon hits upon hits upon hits, but Thriller, whew, when Michael Jackson did that lean, listen, man, going diamond nowadays, yeah, I believe it can happen, but is it good? Is my question. Um, JB says 8 Grammys for Lauren. Woo! Eight, 8 Grammys. I remember when Lauryn Hill that year when she won all her Grammys, and she had it's an iconic picture. Y'all gotta go see that picture. Lauryn Hill had the Grammys in her hand. Oh, listen, man, shout out to my girl, man. I can't say when I first heard this album, man. Listen, this is one of the albums I bumped back to forth, back to forth, back to forth. Just I had this maybe on repeat for like 3, 5 times. I listened to this album in one day when this album first came out, man. Shout out, thank you, JB. 8 Grammys. JB, J Boogie, hip hop to what extent? Who? What era? Today's hip hop crappy. I don't need to hear no Cardi B, no ratchetness. Ratchetness is what's selling right now out there, J Boogie. Sorry to say. Eros says Britney Spears and Eminem went diamond because of white suburban kids. Woo! 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 That's deep. I'm gonna repeat that. I'm gonna repeat that. Eros 420 says Britney Spears and Eminem went diamond because of white suburban kids. That has some truth to it, yo. That has some truth to it. When Eminem first came out, Eminem was a good lyricist. Eminem was a very solid lyricist. But one of the things that sold Eminem's music is that rap and hip hop was a more predominantly dominated black sport. No disrespect to anybody, but hip hop back then, you weren't really seeing white rappers like that. And when M came out, remember, M was under the tuition of Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, the NWA, LA West Coast legend, Death Row Records. Dr. Dre was responsible for some of the biggest albums ever released, y'all, before Eminem came along. And now you look at a white boy down with Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre producing his music. Yeah, Eros has a point. I can't speak for Britney Spears. I was never a big Britney Spears fan, but I followed Eminem's career very carefully when Eminem first came out. Yeah, because Eminem was a white rapper, a lot of white kids gravitated to Eminem and bought albums. It's a fact. Eros has it. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Britney Spears and Eminem went diamond because of white suburban kids. Black folks bought Eminem's music too. I have Eminem albums. I have a bunch of Eminem albums. Okay, but that comment has a lot of truth to it. Diamond Onyx says Eros. Those two artists got that crossover audience. Yeah, they do. They do. Diamond said both sides of the world market, and Fugees was an epic group too. Shout out to the Fugees. Oh man, that's my group, yo. All right, we getting ready to get up out of here. We almost up to the hour time limit, y'all. Y'all know how we do. I don't know who asked for D'Angelo versus Friends. I don't know who asked for D'Angelo versus. I'm not happy about it, y'all. I don't think D'Angelo deserves a versus. No disrespect to you, D'Angelo. I know you got your fans. I don't know who thought of having D'Angelo versus Friends. They're making it seem like D'Angelo's Beyonce. They're making it sound like D'Angelo is What my girl's name? What the rude girl name from Barbados? I can't even think of her name right now. Rihanna. They making D'Angelo feel like he's Rihanna. Yeah, you can put a Rihanna versus Friends. Hell yeah. You can put a Beyonce versus Friends. D'Angelo versus Friends? Who are these friends? Somebody tell me. You guys gotta hit the comments, man. Who are these friends? Who is showing up to battle against D'Angelo? Are they going against D'Angelo only? Or D'Angelo gonna versus one and somebody else gonna versus somebody else? Is D'Angelo gonna be going against all these friends? I'm not happy about this versus. I'm not happy of the timing. They should have did this versus on Valentine's Day. Swizz, Timberland, y'all dropped the ball. Like Jason just said, y'all could have done a conscious. It's Black History Month. Y'all could have done a conscious versus. I'm down with that. D'Angelo versus Friends? Man, come on, man. Y'all gotta be kidding me, man. When's the last time D'Angelo released an album? Okay, all right. Brandy hasn't released an album. She released a song. Ashanti releases. Okay, all right. I'm being a little too hard. I'm being a little too hard on D'Angelo, but I just don't grasp the concept of D'Angelo versus Friends. Maybe I gotta wait. Maybe I gotta wait till the 27th to see how they do it. Jason says they're gonna be at the Apollo. Apollo's a beautiful venue. I hope they don't have fans in there. I hope they set it up where they can set it up. Apollo has a nice big stage. They can set up the stage nice. Maybe okay, all right, y'all. Maybe I gotta wait. Maybe I gotta wait to see how they do it, to see how they pull it off. I'm a fallback. I'm a fallback. I'm not happy about it, but I'm a fallback, and I'm gonna just say let's see what they do with it. Um, so we got that. Boosie, Lori Harvey, and Michael B. Jordan. Um, Wifey material. You know what? That may be none of my business either. I just wanted to ask you guys how you guys felt about it. You know, Michael B. Jordan, if you happy, Lori, if you happy, that's all that really matters, man. Um, Again, before we get up out of here, shout out to the Queen, Lauryn Hill. I'm gonna hit the chat one more time before we get up out of here. Um, we got Diamond Alex saying Fugees was an epic group too. That is true. Eros 420 says they saw Eminem as the great white hope, and music writers who never wrote about rap before suddenly wrote about him like he was spitting Shakespeare's sonnet. No, man, no. Eros has truth in the words that he spoke. You know, like I just said, hip hop was considered, a black sport. There wasn't, you really didn't see white rappers back in the 90s like that, even in the 80s like that. And then when Eminem came along, Eminem changed the game. Like there are many years for the Grammys that Eminem won album of the year when he shouldn't. I'm gonna get that list the next time we stream. Remind me, y'all, we're gonna get that list. There were many years that I listened to a lot of albums. And when they had that category of best rap album year after year after year, there were some years that he didn't deserve to win. But because he was moving such big numbers, and like Eros just said, he was the great white hope, they were giving him album of the year. And remember, a lot of artists started to boycott the Grammys at one time too, because they were seeing this. They were the year when Macklemore won best rap albums. Macklemore's album was not the best rap album. Okay, no disrespect to Cardi B. When Cardi B won best rap album some years back, Cardi B's album was not the best rap album. I'm just calling it like it is. That's just. But there are times when they give these artists these awards that they don't deserve it. But they're moving units. They're doing things within the industry. They're pushing the industry forward. So it's just how it is. Um, Diamond Alex says Riri. Yes, bad gal Riri. Listen, if you had said Riri versus Friends, there's a lot of artists put together can't go against Riri's catalog. Riri got a catalog. D'Angelo versus y'all killing me, man. Swizz, Timberland, too much Ciroc, man. Y'all killing me. Um, Eros says D'Angelo is considered a legend, even though he really only had one hit album. I, we gotta stop. We gotta stop throwing the word legend around loosely. We gotta stop throwing legend. The word legend is thrown around way too loosely nowadays. Okay, D'Angelo had a good career. D'Angelo had a solid career. D'Angelo is not a legend. D'Angelo probably only has one classic album in his discography. D'Angelo is not a legend. We gotta stop throwing legend around so loosely. I hear a lot of people, yo, this legend, yo, that legend, yo, this legend. No, they were great artists. They had amazing music. They had a good run. Legend? You gotta have back to back to back albums, classic albums to be a legend. You gotta be in the game for 10 plus years to be a legend. Dropping 10 plus years, dropping hits, not just being in the game for 10 years. You can't just drop one hot album and then your other hot album is 6 years away. What happened to the other two, three albums you released within that time? We gotta stop throwing legend around so loosely, yo. D'Angelo was a solid artist. He has a following. He has his fans. I'm not disputing that. Legend, we gotta pump the brakes just a little bit when we call some of these people legends, yo. Legends is going a little bit too far sometimes. Diamond Alex says this will be a musical celebration. All right. So Diamond looks like she's ready for it. Um, Diamond says I think D'Angelo will sing numerous songs by other artists. Okay, all right. TBJ TBJ says Nas was supposed to be on the Miseducation album, which is crazy, but he didn't go to the studio session. Oh man, Nas, come on, bro. Come on, Nas. I saw an interview recently where Nas was talking about some album he was supposed to be on, and he got too high and he couldn't make it. I hope it's not this is what he was talking about. You miss Nas. You miss getting on this. Nas, man. Oh man, I don't know what to say about that. Eros 420 says tried to give Iggy Azalea best rap album. Oh man, if Iggy Azalea wins best rap album, it's over, man. Eros says neo soul was a very brief period. He is a neo soul legend. Okay, all right, all right. I'll take that. It's 103. We passed the hour mark here. I want to thank you guys for joining the stream as usual. Don't forget, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the channel. We got some new episode dropping Saturday. So you guys turn on your notifications. We got something dropping Saturday, and we got a new album. We got a new episode dropping Tuesday as well, yo. So we got some stuff coming this Saturday. We got some new stuff dropping on Tuesday as well. Don't forget we got the merch. Don't forget we got the merch. You don't want the merch? Hit us up for the merch. Shoot us an email. Let us know what you guys want. We can get it out to you as soon as possible. I know it's cold outside. We got hoodies too. If y'all want the hoodies, we got the hoodies as well. I know it's hoodie season. There's a lot of snow out there. Don't forget, if you guys want to see an album get reviewed on the channel, don't forget to drop that as well. Let me know what album you guys want to see reviewed, whether 70s, 80s, 90s. Shoot us a comment. Let us know what you guys want to see next. We'll be happy to review the albums. I'm going to hit the chat one more time before we get up out of here. So I'm going to go back to Eros. Eros 420 says Neo Soul was a very brief period. He is a Neo Soul legend. Speaking of D'Angelo, all right. Diamond Onyx says Neo Soul's genre of music is irritating to me, but his style is more sultry. Instruments are played alongside the melodies. Excuse me. No, don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. D'Angelo, like I said, D'Angelo had a time. There was a time D'Angelo, he was dropping hits, man. He was doing it. The ladies loved him. He had a good voice. He had charisma. He knew how to shoot his videos. Like I said, I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait till the 27th. I'm gonna watch. I really wasn't thinking of watching, but I'm gonna watch. I want to see how Swizz and Timberland pull this off. If they pull this off with D'Angelo and friends, I'm definitely get on here and apologize to Swizz and Timberland. Yo, I want to thank you guys for joining the stream. Don't forget, hit the community section. Let me know what you guys want to see next. We got something coming Saturday. Turn your notifications on. We got something coming on Tuesday for y'all as well. All right, it's your boy on Slow Tree.